Blank eyes gaze, no fear in the spine, the childhood raped of the blankless mind. The ethics are shattered, a vague decree of future generations, lost souls to see. They line up filed, innocence caged, the eyes turn red, the wrath of rage. Corruption of youth, no elder than 8, distribute the firearms, enraged with hate. No amount of sorrow could ever return the lost childhood and freedom constantly yearned. The fiber optic line we cannot see claims the lives of spirits to be. The children are coming, not to play. The children are coming to murder today. As the mind of children are so young and fresh, they consciously take in their surroundings. A child surrounded with violence, sickness, and poverty is processing each happening carefully and precisely. This makes it extremely simple to create the perfect drone, a child soldier, a practice that is seen to dramatically increase with the satisfaction of giving a child an AK-47. As children with little willpower and physical strength, refusal of such a deed is almost impossible. The innocence and simplicity of a young mind make it that much easier to program to destroy. Enormous amounts of children ranging from various ages are being corrupted daily. They are being trained to fight, resist, and kill with no ethical conscience of these actions being morally wrong. Hundreds of thousands of children are serving in several different conflicts around Africa, Europe, and Asia. Many children are being kidnapped and given only weeks of training. Should we not be protecting future generations and fighting for children's rights? It's hard to imagine that individuals could think otherwise.
My name is Kase Rata. I came from Ethiopia. That's military government. They would like to catch most of students. Few grade 11 still. They would like to send you to a prisoner, or they would like to kill you because the military power, he stays in the chair by force. Actually, we have a big family, just especially our country, the system and the cultures, we live together, and not only your sisters, brothers, just you can live with your aunt, uncles, and just we have more relation, even you can live with your neighbors. Well, I finished at least 10 years ago when I was high school, but at that time they didn't teach to us about HIV problem.
All children deserve the right to an education. Why is it against the law to not go to school in North America and not in Africa? If all the children were sent to school, they would learn what they need to do to fix their economic, social, and political problems, and they would be given the skills necessary to do so. This would then fix the country's problems and lower Africa's dependency for foreign aid. In turn, this would lead to Africa's rise in political independence and unification. Another right that all children in Africa should have is knowing the risks of HIV and AIDS. This should be taught in all the cities and villages, even if they do not have a school to teach it in. Africa has the largest percentage of HIV and AIDS than any other country, and raising awareness is a major issue. Understanding, prevention, and safe sex is the first step to solving one of the major problems in Africa. It's hard to see how all the people in North America are lucky enough to live in such a safe and rich continent when millions of people in Africa are suffering from HIV or AIDS, starving to death, or fearing for their lives every single day. It is so unbelievable that there is such a huge margin between our civilizations. Canadians take for granted all the luxuries we have, such as healthcare, electricity, heating, and clean water. It makes no sense that the continent that is richest in resources is one of the poorest places in the world economically. The corporations that invade Africa and rob it of its natural resources are not stopped by leaders of the countries because there's not enough political unity and because the countries are not strong enough to fight them off legally. This too is unbelievable. Why were we born into a society like ours, while so many other children are born into poverty, grief, and disease-ridden lives?
HIV, economy, environment, and public education all fall under child protection. A lot of problems South Africa has is too many people giving solutions to problems they don't understand. We must thoroughly process and examine our thoughts before putting them into action. Small steps should be taken to improve current situations opposed to drastic measures. Children are our future generation, and each child is rightfully entitled to a childhood. Raising awareness of the subject is the first step to improving most situations. After all, knowledge is simplicity, and simplicity holds great power.